Good day, everyone, and welcome to Journey of the Anointed with Mr. Buzz. Crows. I'm going to talk about something bizarre here that probably some of you may know about, and others may say, "What? That sounds nuts." But no, this isn't nuts. This is a true thing I'm about to tell you about crows. Well, I'll start with this. When I go for a walk, I leave my house. I go about 2-3 blocks one direction. And I think I talked about it in another video where the house numbers, this is what makes it really interesting. The house numbers, there is no house number 666. It skips that number. There's a 668 and then there's a 664. Okay. And in between those houses where 666 would be is this big old tree. And it's always full of crows. And they're silent until they see me. And this is a city, okay? There's lots of people. It's not because they see a person that they start. It's because they see this person that they start. And they start flying around, and they circle me, and they, and they go, and they're alerting the demons that are around the corner, stationed there waiting for me. I swear to you, it's been going on a long time. It's so prevalent lately. I just thought I got to make a video about this. It's wild. It happens almost every day. Now, if you know anything about crows, there's a long history of people believing that they're messengers of the Dark Kingdom. Hence the title of this video. Crows are indeed messengers of the Dark Kingdom. That is totally true. A raven actually I think it's a relative of the crow. It's a bigger bird. They are as well, and I think even more so. But crows for sure, and crows do not have a regular intelligence like other birds. Crows are incredibly smart, and I mean 100 levels past every other bird out there. They're on a level with humans. They're incredibly smart, and they remember faces, and they hold grudges for long times, and there's nothing normal about crows at all. They're messengers of the evil one. And the evil ones. Anyone from that dark kingdom. They alert the demons that I'm coming. And by demons, I'm talking, some of them are homeless people with demons inside them. Others are, they could be well-dressed people. They could be any type of person with demons inside them. But they're waiting for me. They're waiting to hear from the crows. And the crows let them know, yep, here he comes. And the same demons are waiting for me all the time. I'm telling you, sounds messed up. But I'm not talking 5 or 6 crows either. I'm talking what they call a murder of crows, which is, in this case, it's usually 100, 150. It's quite a few of them. And they're silent as can be. And they sit and they wait in the tree where the house 666 would be if there was one in between 668 and 664. That's the really interesting part to me. It's right there where 666 would be. But I don't know if they ever have a house 666 on a street. I think they might always skip that number. Like I did talk about this in another video. Like they don't have a 13th floor in most apartment buildings. Same thing. So crows. I'd be very interested in hearing if anybody has any experience with crows being obvious messengers of the Dark Kingdom, or any experience with them being showing their incredible intelligence. There's a documentary about crows in which they show that they not only can use tools, like they will make a tool, right? But here's the thing is they'll make a tool out of something, sticks, whatever, something they can use as a tool, and then use it to make more tools. You've got to think about that from a science kind of perspective. Look at the other animals. How many animals are using a tool that they made to make other tools that they need? That there's no other animals doing that. Like that's on another level. That's on a human level. That's a level with us. Incredibly smart. They know how to things that they need smashed because there's something inside they want to eat, but there's a hard shell and they can't smash it. They'll wait for cars. They'll find an intersection where big trucks and things are going by and drop them on the road so the cars run over them and open them up, and then they get out and eat them. I mean, what other animal is going to figure that out? Totally amazing. Totally amazing. And they know how to drop it so that it lands in the right spot so that it'll get run over. They know where the tires are. Like, that's pretty intelligent, right? But every time I walk this way a couple of blocks, there's a whole murder of them waiting for me, and they alert the demons, and the demons come out of the woodwork. And it's the creepiest thing ever, and it happens to me almost every day. And I just can't wait till a day when these sort of things stop. The Lord's always there with me, and he says, don't worry, I'm with you. You're okay. I'm like, why? Why is this happening? I don't want this to happen anymore. I'm done with it. Well, I wish I was done with it. I've heard people say, especially like in comments under videos and stuff, I sure wish I was a chosen one. I wish I was a chosen one. No, you don't. No, you don't. Don't even say that. Anybody who says that doesn't understand what it means. It's not a privilege thing. It's not a fortunate thing. It's not lucky. It's heavy-duty responsibility and a bullseye on your forehead. That's what it is. I mentioned in another video I made earlier that I'd watched a Denza Mose video, and he said, even though they all hid it from you, your parents knew you were one of the anointed, one of the chosen. Your mother knew, your father probably knew, possibly your whole family knew. So I talked about that in my last video, and I said in the video that, the more I thought about it, I think that might be true. Well, my aunt watched the video, and she left me a comment and said, yeah, I think your mother did know something. She told me something about it one time. She wants me to give her a call, and she's going to explain it to me. I'm getting more and more creeped out by the day by all this stuff. All kinds of people knew except me. And when I walk down the street, it seems that everybody knows. It's yeah. Don't wish for things you don't understand, because it might sound good, and maybe it gets good later, I don't know. But this stage of it is nothing if it isn't creepy. I'm awakening to some weird, weird stuff. And the more I awaken, which I was warned, the more I awaken to it, the more it's going to happen. The more alerted the evil ones get. And the more upset they get. So I'll leave you with this. This is what really did it yesterday. When my mother gave birth to me, I was an only child. My mother gave birth to me. It was a very, very difficult birth, and she almost died. As a matter of fact, I left the hospital, and she had to stay in there for a couple months. She was in that bad a shape. She almost didn't think she was going to make it. They were pretty sure she wasn't, actually. But she did. By the grace of God, she did pull out of it, and a couple months later got to come home. She was still quite weak and not in good shape, but she eventually recovered, and she lived. Well, I got blamed for that. Like, I mean, I'm an infant. I'm just being born. It's not really anything I, had a say in. But because it almost took her life, giving birth to me, I heard about it for years, and I was always told, you almost killed your mother. You almost killed her. They literally would say that to me in an angry way, as if I had some, as if I had some say in the matter. And I heard it for years. I heard it a lot. Whenever I'd do something bad, they'd say, should have expected it. From day one, you almost killed your mother. What else would we expect from you? That's what they would say. So Denza Mose, he knows everything. I watched one of his videos yesterday, and he talked about that. He said, the Kingdom of Darkness was not happy about your arrival when you were born. And Satan himself tried to kill you and your mother. And they thought they lost your mother. I guess most chosen ones, when they're born, their mothers almost die, because Satan tries to kill them. Didn't know that. Found that out yesterday. Now my aunt tells me that she thinks my mother did know all about this, but kept it from me my whole life, never told me. Yeah. So if you're one of the chosen or anointed, I like the word anointed better than chosen, but chosen is in the Bible. It's an appropriate word. If you're one, look into the details surrounding your birth. I think you're going to find out some pretty interesting things that I think I just alerted you to. They might have kept it from you. It's a good possibility your parents know all about it. And it's a good possibility that they know that that's the reason your mother almost died giving birth to you. But they might blame you for it. They might.